You can now congregate your mobiles to one person, then it does it.
Can you see us?
Graduates, those in the academic gown, you want to go?
Bring your phone.
‘Yan sheri barayi ‘yan zamba, Allah ya tona musu asiri iko.
Having you here in Coventry at the moment, I would like to know how this visit has been for you, coming down here to Coventry to let us know please tell me what you're here to do in Coventry.
Well, thank you very much. My visit here to Coventry, has been very, very exciting since morning. I came here because the university is honoring me today with a honorary doctorate degree because of the various trajectory stuff that we've been having in business, and also the great work that we've been doing, from Dangote Foundation. It's been great. We've had quite extensive discussion with the lecturers, and also to see how we can partner with the university and eventually to establish our own university in Nigeria. So it's been a great day.
So, with the talks you had this morning, those private, were they extremely constructive and something?
Oh yeah, they are very constructive, especially with the lecturers. Most of them from Nigeria, and we talked about renewable energy. We talked about the power diversification in Nigeria. We also talked about oil and gas. So we discussed various issues, including development in the country, and also telling them what we are doing currently today in terms of diversification of the Nigeria's economy, which I believe a lot of people don't know. That yes, we keep on talking about diversification, but in Nigeria, we want to diversify the economy within the next few years.
So with the progress of the meeting, and also you were talking about, I noticed you had another Q&A meeting with a couple of the university bodies where they went into depth with you on a Q&A session. How did you feel about that? And with the results for that, do you feel that there's going to be a more regular communication with the student bodies?
I think, yes, that actually brought up that, because we have had an extremely very good, extensive discussions, with them. And what is clear is that I need to come back here and also have a chat with the larger, sort of students, with the larger community, with students, and discuss issues generally, not only Nigeria, but Africa, because we do invest in almost 18 countries. Talking about the economy, what is happening, what do I think is the future of, Africa. So it's going to be a very wide discussion. I mean, we are trying to have it like a lecture series, so that we could, discuss and interact.
That would be much appreciated, because it would show the interaction of social development within other cultures and Africa, because it's a more global business community
definitely,
now.
Yes.
because of your sense of humour, you were so down to earth this morning with everything else that was going on. Where do you see not only the university, but the whole Dangote group? Because we heard that you emit a lot of money to charities and you involve yourself with a lot of charities. The audience, people, the diasporans would love to know more about that side of you. So it gives the opportunity of them to say, well, we know Dangote is this kind of person. It's not the Dangote, the businessman, that's all we know. We want to see the human side of you.
Well, you know, the other time also my own CEO of the foundation, she already said that, okay, we're actually one of the biggest, well, maybe the biggest foundation in Africa, you know, with an endowment of $1.25 billion. We do intervene in health, in education, in, you know, in human capacity building, you know, which is, you know, entrepreneurship and other stuff. And then we do also do interventions in disasters. You know, when we had Ebola, you know, the Boko Haram issue, all these things, you know, and empowerment is one of the things that, you know, which we do quite a lot. We also have partnerships with the likes of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We do quite a lot, you know, with them. Even last few months, we signed when he came to Nigeria and agreed on $50 million each from his side and our side to launch the nutrition program, which you know we deal with polio, we're building hospitals. So there are quite a lot of things which we are doing outside, you know, Africa. Our spend is 70% Nigeria, 20% the rest of Africa, and 10% the world, rest of the world. You know, so that's, you know,
that's a very laudable thing. I mean, it's so fantastic to have you here. When you come to London, to England again, we would love to have you. Either come to the studio or have us.
We'll look at honoring that.
Yeah, because there's so much to talk about without. But congratulations on your great day.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, don't tell Judy.
No, I don't mind you dressing me. I'm just thinking.
If I just may pop this over your head.
Hello.
Is that okay? Or should I put it down? You put it down when you're
This will be the first time I've received without my University of London. I know.
Please join the other side.
Soon I will be. That's good. Very good. No, you can't.
Put you better.
Yeah.
You are. You kind of comes.
Just the bottom's too small. Okay, we've got any pins?
Can I offer you a hat to wear?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know your head size at all? No? No?
22.
Right, let's try this on. Do you want to try it on yourself? The tassel has to go to your left.
Yeah, I know.
Your left.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one that we do. How's Judy doing?
Oh, really? It's the
She's
biggest.
fine.
Right, that's the biggest one that we do.
Off again for the biggest one. Yes.
It's the biggest. My head is big,
You want to take a look in the mirror yourself?
Yeah, it's big.
No.
Oh, fine?
Yes.
Can you have me tie in or I'll have to help you?
You come this way, please, sir.
Sorry.
Okay, you ready to go?
You just come this way.
Oh.
You want to take photograph of me? Nice.
Yeah, three of us. Can you go yourself?
Okay. Can someone
Tony,
take
yeah.
Tony.
Tony, yeah.
just take just a selfie, the three of us.
Founder, crafter and chief executive of one of Africa's largest companies, Aliko Dangote, has supported Nigeria and Africa's economy to grow since launching his own business Olympus in 1978. 18 months ago, he visited Coventry Cathedral to celebrate and witness his daughter collecting her own postgraduate degree in finance, and today we welcome him back to Coventry to recognise his outstanding contribution with an honorary degree of business administration. Alongside leading one of the largest manufacturing conglomerates in sub-Saharan Africa, the Al-Azhar University graduate is a one-time president of Nigerian Stock Exchange and has made significant contributions to communities across Africa. Born in 1957 and graduated with a degree in business studies, Aliko started trading sugar, rice and cement before launching into manufacturing. By the early 1990s, the Dangote Group had grown into one of the largest trading conglomerates in Nigeria and has since expanded across 18 African countries. His business has gone from strength to strength, within the group now boasting the second largest sugar refinery in the world, and a cement operation that has a combined capacity of 44 million metric tons per year. Dangote Cement plc was the first Nigerian company to join the Forbes Global 2000 companies list. The group also boasts other titles, among the top 40 African challengers by the Boston Consulting Group in 2010, and one of the top African brands by London-based African Business Magazine in 2013. The magazine also voted it the top consumer brand in Africa. With a host of accolades to his name in 2013, Forbes magazine described him as the most powerful man in Africa. Time magazine also listed him among the 100 most influential people in the world in 2014, the same year that CNBC inducted him into the list of the top 25 businessmen in the world. Aliko's business outside of work is also highly praised. His philanthropic nature is applauded across the world. In 2012, his organisation donated $110 million to various causes. In recognition of this, he holds the second highest national honour in Nigeria, Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, and the highest honour in the Republic of Benin, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Benin Republic. Outside of Nigeria, Aliko has also supported thousands of individuals suffering across the world. In 2010, his organisation donated $2 million to support the United Nations World Food Programme in Pakistan following devastating floods, and is working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to fight polio. As a member of the McKinsey Advisory Council and the Clinton Global Initiative, he is also a member of the International Business Council of the World Economic Forum. Appointed as co-chairman of the Presidential Committee on Flood Relief and Rehabilitation in 2012, Aliko has also supported flood victims, donating $60 million at the committee's fundraising dinner. Along with launching his own business, Aliko is a founding member of the Gordon Brown-led Global Business Coalition for Education, and as a representative from business, he is one of the board of directors of the Corporate Council on Africa, an organisation that focuses on promoting a business and investment between the United States and Africa. He is also on the board of ONE, the anti-poverty group, co-founded by the Irish celebrity Bono. He was named co-chair of the US-Africa Business Centre in September 2016 by the United States Chamber of Commerce. Keen to support innovation and entrepreneurship, he has also made a donation of $32 million to the Bank of Industry to fund micro, small and medium-sized companies in Nigeria. In recognition of his outstanding contribution to business and social enterprise and outstanding service to humanity, Coventry University, by the decision of the Academic Board, has the privilege of conferring the degree of Doctor of Business Administration honoris causa on Aliko Dangote.
Samuel Sparrow, Kurt Torson, Jack Wilson. Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Buki Akinyemi, Paige Ashton, Rubinder Batra, Janki Chauhan, Holly Clark. Elliot Compton, Christina Kulnain, Manisha Dan, Yisa Ibrahim, David Walton Eden. Lydia Edwards, Slatomir Votev, Shivan Yash Gopi, Lucy Victoria Hart, Pendafuli Loa. Ifra Idris, Stephanie Ejiragahini Itivi, Sean Johnson. Vivian Lee, Eloise Master, Mohammed Ali Shah, Wurda Tahir, Mohammed Usman bin Malik, Jing Yang, Mohammed Zahid, Ertush Zakari. Bachelor of Arts in Finance and Investment. Zing Hang. Wenwen Hong. Jawei Dua. Hao Chen Ji, Shuya Jia, Stanley Kukurazari, Kayu Liu, Mengyao Li, Tianqi Li, Yating Li, Li Yu. Yuzhang Li, Chengyi Liu, Liu Yang.
To graduates. And now I invite the graduates to thank all those people, their family, their supporters, their friends and the staff who have helped them achieve their success today. Graduates, applaud your supporters and friends and family. Huge congratulations to all of you who have received awards and to those unable to attend. Now, as this special award ceremony draws to a close and you begin your personal celebrations, I would like to finish with just a few thoughts of my own. Remarkable as it might seem, just a few years ago, I too sat in a degree awards ceremony as you sit now, and was presented with my degree certificate by the Vice-Chancellor of my alma mater, Leicester University. However, whereas in your case finals were a few weeks or a few months ago, in my case and for my cohort, finals had been 48 years previously. Leicester had only gained their charter in 1958, didn't get round to presenting certificates until 1965. So I and my colleagues went through the whole of our careers without any evidence of our academic achievements until we were in our 70s. Notwithstanding this slight tiny oversight, the fact is that my degree proved to be absolutely crucial to my subsequent career, just as yours will be for you. Initially, it allowed me to get a graduate traineeship, a first foot on the ladder. It is for me truly a privilege to witness the individual successes that each of you have made. I am so proud to be part of the leadership of this modern, innovative and forward-thinking university. Our students, as you have seen, are so diverse, drawn from all corners of the globe and from all walks of life. Every individual student, every member of staff, every visitor on campus helps to make Coventry the vibrant, friendly place we know and love. I trust you'll take a member of the university as you leave the cathedral today. I know you will continue to enhance our reputation as you find your place in the world. I urge you, be proud of the part Coventry University has played in your success. Now it's a brave man that stands between students and the party. So let the parties begin.
Although their functions, so if I look at the Nigerian Stock Exchange, main board index, a DES screen, description screen can give me what this is. It just tells me, well, this is Nigerian Stock Exchange. This is what the 1 year return has been. This is the year to date. This is the percentage change year to date, market capitalization, the leaders as of today, the laggards as of today. So that gives me a description of what this stock market is, and this is just one of hundreds of thousands of.
Today.
This is as of today, yeah. Oh, no. Our data is lagged by 15 minutes.
15.
Yes. So this is should be updated, yeah.
I can see all the stocks over there.
So yeah, you can. So
no, these are the leaders and the laggers.
Yes. So these are the leaders as of today. Yeah. So leaders and laggers as of today.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what we currently have the data there as well. So say that I have that idea what it is. Well, I can do a lot more actually. I can go back and sort of graph the projectile of the price movement in Nigerian Stock Exchange. I can go back as far as possible on Bloomberg, for instance, and that takes me to about 1999. Now the difference with using
when?
Sorry.
You can take it back at 1999.
I've taken it back as far as 1998, actually. And I've seen what the trend has been over time. And I was saying the difference between a Bloomberg terminal and a normal... Yes, so we can see that.
2728.
Yeah.
The peak and crash prices and how they impact. If we're trying to wonder, for instance, that if we're wondering what happened around this time, yeah, I could select news, yeah, and just to see, if I click that part there, it brings out all the news relating to the Nigerian Stock Exchange as at that time. And this is not just from Bloomberg, so you get all this news from all sources, Wall Street Journals, Financial Times, Bloomberg, the click of a finger, I believe. Yeah. So what this does is, not just gives you access to the data, but it lets you understand the why.
Voilà.
Exactly. So what's the background to this? A lot more, a level of analysis, a layer of analysis that you would normally have with any other data.
Do you get information from the countries that you're looking at? So is it just what whatever Wall Street Journal said or whatever somebody said outside, or do you get actual Nigerian information?
You could get actual Nigerian information depending on what state. So if I'm looking at things like, I'll come back to that question when I look at analyst recommendations, for instance, because our analyst recommendations are purely Nigerian analysts, they will be. And so, say if, for instance, if I want to see what the members of the Nigerian Stock Exchange is, I can type MEMB, and I've got access to all these companies and all the financial data and beyond, actually, on these companies. Yeah, and we can see up there, in terms of weight, Dangote Cement, 31.43% of the total Nigerian Stock Exchange, as of today, 11/24/2016. Yeah. If I go in, like I said, I can go into each of these companies. So if I go into Dangote Cement, for instance.
Wait.
Okay.
That's 40 oil is there. 40 oil.
So 40. Oh, okay. So that's Mr. Otebrande. Yeah. So yeah, 25th on the in terms of weights. This is ranked actually by weights, not by shares or market cap.
Is the percentage of the total market
against the cap, right?
So you put the wood cement.
So I put Dangote Cement. Again, I can start with, if I'm not sure what it is, I can start with description of what this company is, and it shows me in the past 1 year what the share price has been. As a matter of fact, it shows me what the earnings estimates should be. So this is, when I go back to analyst reports and how we get to earnings estimate, I'll analyze that a bit more. So it shows me, for instance, that as of the first quarter of 2017, yes, PE ratio as of first quarter 2017, estimated PE would be about 15.24. Current PE 17.661. Estimated EPS, that's actually going to rise in terms of recommendations of analysts over the next 1 year. Things like dividend yield as well, corporate information, so on and so forth. And I could do things like, from graphing the price, actually, I can do a simple analogy of if I invested, so let's see how far back we can go. So if I invested in, for instance, if I just annotate that, I can do things like, if I invested at that point, and up onto this peak period, for instance, how much would I have earned within a split second? You know, that shows me 103% over the how many years? 4 years thereabout, and 23% per annum. It's just the ease at which you can actually not only access data, but analyze data, yeah, in here. And again, if I'm thinking,
okay, you can go back as
far back as an IPO.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Because I think it was 2010.
2010. That's what it says here. So if it was 17 as well, first quarter 2017, I can change this and say, well, I'm a pound investor. I want to see what the implication of this is in pounds. So if I convert, this converts all the revenue to pounds straight away. And then I can see that, okay, well, that change is not so much when you look at in terms of the foreign currency. And, you know, that gives me a bit more information, again, with a click of a finger thereabout. So it's these things that you can do, not only access, but how you can analyze this within a few seconds. That makes these.
There are quite a lot. Abnormal losses, price effect on abnormal items.
Yes, absolutely, very correct. But this is all finance, but what we're seeing is a lot more.
I'm taking.
So we do run desperate trade. On this particular scheme, analysis, etc. They've left. Don't worry, we'll walk around. It's just around. Yeah? This way.
Well, I want to have facts. I thought the fact is good to have you.
Sure. Well done.
So where's your bag?
Yeah, it's here.
Have a safe journey back.
Thank you so very much. I really truly appreciate.
I do hope we meet again.
No, no.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
To be careful. Be careful with the fire when you come.
Push you out.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. Let me put it here.
Who's jacket?
Thank you.
Ya gina kowa. 'Yan sheri barayi 'yan zamba, Allah ya tona musu asiri iko.